Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, you can be if you give us a call at 434-394-0924. That's the number for the Call Flow Radio Show, and we have an open mic day today, so you can free to call in with anything you want to talk about. And, of course, my co-host here with me is John Staten. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Chris.
How has your week been going?
It's about typical, normal, nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing. Well,
Day's not over yet, but...
Yeah, well, we've had a pretty busy call flow.
You have, yes.
Yeah, for the week, so it's we'd like to continue that if we can with folks calling in. And let's see here. It is Friday, the 23rd day of August. We were talking about this yesterday, how fast the week has gone and how fast the month has gone by.
Well, the summer just left us pretty much.
I know, but this weather is fantastic. I'll take this anytime.
As long as it stays like this, but if it gets colder, then I'm not a fan anymore.
That's where you and Noah are opposite.
Well, he's young, and see, when I was his age, I liked the winter time. But as I got increasingly older,
right, yeah,
I don't know, something happened, and the body just is like, nope, we won't be doing this today.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be in a state where we do have the seasons, though.
True.
We look forward to autumn and all of the colors.
The seasons are different than I remember. It seemed like to me summer lasted longer than it used to, but maybe that's just from a kid's point of view.
Yeah,
thinking about it,
probably so.
And it seemed like the winter maybe didn't last as long as it does now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for some reason.
For me, it's the opposite.
Okay.
Oh, but anyway.
Everybody's different.
We always, plus the fact that Mother Nature thinks that, we can tolerate maybe 12 weeks or a few more weeks of wintertime and
Not this one.
Summertime and all of that.
She didn't take me into consideration.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
All right. Well, we've got our history lesson for you. Our featured event, if you can believe it, goes back to 1305. Okay? On this date in London, William Wallace was executed for treason, condemned for leading Scottish resistance forces during the first years of the long and ultimately successful struggle to free Scotland from English rule. And it took him a long time to do that. Now we'll come up to the present. We're going back to 2011 now. After rebel forces captured his compound in Tripoli, Muammar al-Qaddafi's 4-decade rule of Libya ended. Although his whereabouts were initially unknown, he was discovered 2 months later in the Libyan city of Sirte, and he was killed there. In 2000, the first season of the U.S. version of the reality TV game show Survivor ended, with Richard Hatch being pronounced the winner. The hugely popular series was credited with launching the reality TV fad of the early 21st century.
Yeah.
And we still have those,
Unfortunately, yes, we do.
In 1978, American basketball player Kobe Bryant, one of the NBA's leading players in the early 21st century, was born in Philadelphia. In 1973, a botched bank robbery in Stockholm resulted in a hostage situation, and over the course of a 6-day standoff, the captives formed an unlikely bond with their captor, giving rise to the term Stockholm Syndrome. In 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed a non-aggression pact dividing Eastern Europe into Germany and Soviet spheres of influence. And let's see here. Italian, this is in 1927, Italian immigrants Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti were executed for murder in Massachusetts despite a mishandled trial and the widespread belief that they were innocent. 1926, The Great Lover. Motion picture Rudolph Valentino died suddenly at the age of 31, prompting widespread public grief from his fans. 31 years old.
That's young.
1849, English poet, erudic, and editor William Ernst Henley, who introduced the early work of many of the great English writers of the 1890s in his journal, was born in Gloucester. And we're back to 1514. The Ottomans won a decisive victory over Safavids of Iran at the Battle of Childerain.
Children?
Childerain.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how they pronounce it anyway. That's your history lesson for today. Interesting. It's 13 minutes after 8 o'clock. We've got open lines at 434-394-0924. This is the Call Flow Radio Show. What you got over there, John? Anything?
I was looking at the paper here in front of me, the Herald, and I saw a story about something I had just been told about not too long ago. The fact that the Cumberland Dukes will not field a football team this year. For high school, I guess, class, basically due to not enough upperclassmen signing on to play.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I had heard about this, and I was just reading up on it just to see, and it's exactly what I was told. So basically, the staff, administrators, and coaches, they discussed for weeks, waiting to see how many older players would commit, and at this point in the school year, it doesn't look like.
Well, do they have a JV squad?
Yeah, that will continue. The JV on its own will continue, but not upper class over JV. It just won't have a team this year.
That's sad.
It is sad, but I don't know what led to that other than just maybe the numbers. Maybe there just wasn't enough upperclassmen. It may have been something as simple as that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't read the full story, but I was just curious because I had heard about this. It affected not someone I know directly, but I was told about someone's kid who wants to play, but won't be able to unless they're allowed to play maybe at another school or something like that, though they attend Cumberland.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, in college and all, you have to maintain a certain grade average,
right?
To participate in.
Yeah, I think that's true. Well, it used to be.
I
true in high school.
Don't know if it's true in high school.
I thought it was at some point, but maybe not. Back in my day.
Yeah. Well, if anybody has more information on that, they can give us a call.
Sure.
Excuse me. When the weather is chilly like this, when it's not supposed to be, the frogs invade the throat here for a little while.
No, my ear was like blocked this morning. Okay, so let's talk about animals, and I always see these stories on the UPI. It looks like animals are always either escaping or ending up somewhere they're not supposed to be. Police wrangle alligator on Florida resident's front porch, and there's a nice little picture of our friend.
Okay. He looks like a young adult alligator.
Yeah, put their reptile wrangling skills to the test when a 6-foot alligator was found trespassing on a resident's front porch.
Well, all the rain and stuff that they've had down there in Florida.
Yeah. When I was down there, it rained every day about, somewhere in that window of 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It always was at least a steady rain for a while.
Oh, wow.
And that was just normal. That was before that storm really hit, because we left just before that was getting ready to hit. Yeah, you could almost set your watch to it. It was always about 4 or 5, whatever, that you could always expect a rain shower of some kind.
Well, we would go down on vacation in North Carolina to Emerald Isle or someplace like that and play golf, and it was not unusual to see an alligator crossing the golf course.
How about a black bear, though?
Oh, no.
Black bear interrupts Connecticut family's outside time. And let's see what this story is here. All right, so a Connecticut family spending time outside in their driveway were sent running by the sudden appearance of a black bear, and the encounter was caught on camera. And the video recorded by a security camera, and this would have been at Kristen Lee's Simsbury home, shows her spending time outside with family members, including her 9-year-old son and 2-year-old nephew. And a bear comes walking through Lee's yard in the footage, and the video shows Lee's son noticing the bear first and shouting, "Bear." And the bear went back, "Hey, boo-boo." The 2-year-old then announces, "Bear coming." Lee said no one was hurt, and the bear did not appear interested in the humans. "I just want to pick him in a basket." The Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection said the local black bear population has sharply increased in recent years, with sightings reported in 165 of the state's 169 cities and towns as far back as 2023.
Oh, wow.
So maybe there is something to the... I just thought maybe they're just getting more used to just getting closer into what we consider city grade areas or whatever, but maybe it is an increase in population.
Well, I haven't I haven't really actually seen a bear on our property in several months, but our game cameras pick them up all the time. Yeah, and they're big boys too. I know we got 2 Bruins.
Okay.
That have taken up residence, and of course, where they're Bruins, they're sows. So we've got some baby bears running around as well. Haven't had any encounters with them so far. Knock on wood, you know.
Right.
And Iggy and I, when we go run through the forest or on the farm, we have several deer that don't pay a bit of attention to us. And so they're used to the sound of the ATV, and they're used to Iggy running around trying to catch them, but not collar off of them. And they're amazing how they'll just stay and watch you.
So. Yeah, I saw my first deer. I don't think I've seen hardly any this summer, but then just it was either earlier this week, I want to say, one morning coming in, saw one. And it was to the left of the road, and it looked at me, and I was like, okay, you just dart off to the left in the woods, and we'll be okay. No, turns around and abruptly goes right across the road on the other side, and I had to, really slow down.
Yeah.
It's like, I have the right of way, is what it said. And at least that was the look it gave me.
Oh, they are
I saw 2 that day,
creatures.
and then later, before I got into town, I saw another one. So
yeah.
So they're out and about now.
And this time of the year, their coat is absolutely gorgeous. It's almost a chestnut. So anyway, let's get to some entertainment news. All right.
All right.
All right. We've got George Clooney.
What's he up to?
Well, no Hollywood star seems as intrinsically tied to Venice as George. 26 years ago, he attended the first Venice Film Festival with the instant classic Out of Sight 19 years ago. It's where he debuted his sophomore film Good Night and Good Luck, which earned him his first Best Actor nomination. And 10 years ago is where he exchanged vows with then Amal Albanid.
That's close enough for me.
Aluminid?
I don't know.
Idea. Anyway. It's probably
he used to date Stacy Keebler.
Alamudin, I think is what
Alamode.
Anyway. At the Amman Venice and a 5-star hotel perched alongside the Grand Canal. Venice is a city that he, like many, thinks is one of the most beautiful in the world. Unlike most people, he also owns 15-bedroom villa with a few hours away on Lake Como that famously co-starred in Ocean's 12. Though he's never all that far away from Venice or the city's namesake film festival, it might come as a surprise that Clooney hasn't had a film debut there in 7 years. But that clock resets next week as he returns with Wolves, the John Watts-directed heist thriller that reunites him with Brad Pitt.
Is it wolves or wolves?
No, it's Wolfs. WOLFS. Wolfs.
Oh, okay. So it's not a werewolf film.
No.
Okay.
It won't be the first time Clooney and Pitt have graced the festival's red carpet together, either, in anticipation of his big return. Anyway, they've got other moments out of sight in 1998. They've just got 2003, Intolerable Cruelty. In 2007, Michael Clayton. 2008, Burn After Reading. These are the pictures, the motion pictures. In 2011, The Ides of March. In 2013, Gravity, which was one that I saw that I absolutely loved. It was a great film.
Is that the one with Sandra Bullock?
Mm-hmm, yep. 2017, Suburbicon. And let's see. He starred in that with Julianne Moore.
Okay.
And I think that's about all we can do on George for the time being.
Curious George.
Curious George. Yeah, he would be fine if he didn't put all of his political stuff,
He lost me a long time ago.
Yeah. Francis said the same thing about him. Anyway.
That night, I'll be fine, Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure, he's considered by most women, at least, a very attractive man and all that sort of stuff. But I don't think his acting is all that great. But that's just my personal opinion. He is like, well, you can make an argument for a lot of stars. They're themselves on screen. A lot of times you can make those arguments even for people I like Wayne and Eastwood and all that sort of thing. But if you like that persona, then you go see it because you like that person and the way they act. Doesn't matter that they have that much diversity in what they do, but as long as it's like Paul Newman. I mean, I like Paul Newman, but I tend to see Paul Newman in everything that he's in. I've never watched a movie and go, he's acting way different in this than he ever did in another picture. He's usually
the same.
Yeah,
has the same.
Kind of has that quick comeback, smart aleck kind of funny kind of guy.
All I can see are his blue eyes, his blue-green eyes. That's all I can see.
Well, yeah, you see blue eyes, and I see his quick comeback.
Yeah, that's right.
But I like Paul Newman. That's what I'm saying. If you like that, then I get why people like these actors, actresses, whatever. But I don't think Clooney's any different than it. I've seen a couple of his films. I remember he was in one of those Batmans that were absolutely terrible. That was the one with Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Yes, chill. He played the Mr. Freeze.
Uh-huh.
That was a laugh. I remember when I went to go see that film, I had a friend who was coming out of the theater. He had either already seen it or he had heard about it or something. He asked me, he said, what are you going to see? And I said, the Batman flick. And he goes, man, why do you want to go see that? It's terrible. And after an hour and however long it took, after I had that conversation with him, I discovered what he meant. It was bad.
Oh, okay.
Clooney even admitted he almost killed the franchise.
Truth be known,
Yeah.
right? Oh, well.
So what else is going on in the world of entertainment?
Nothing.
No, that's what I figured.
Let's see. Let's go to some oddities here.
Okay.
A truckload of methamphetamine disguised as a shipment of watermelons was seized at a U.S.-Mexico border crossing in San Diego, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said.
We're going to cut the watermelon and eat it to see if there's anything in it.
Yeah, well, the methamphetamine, valued at more than $5 million, was found August 16th when the cargo aboard a tractor trailer from Mexico was unloaded for a detailed inspection, the agency said in a statement. Among real watermelons, officers found 1,220 packages wrapped in paper colored to look like watermelon skins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know. I don't know about that.
You don't know about it?
I see what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be a little suspicious about that as well. The total weight of the packages amounted to 4,587 pounds, and testing determined the contents were methamphetamine. The truck driver was turned over to Homeland Security investigators.
And then promptly let go.
And promptly just, give them a little
so you can
slap
go back
on
and
the
get some more
wrist.
melons.
And so what else have we got? Let's see here.
They'll have to
Not much.
Maybe they'll start using pumpkins now that Halloween is getting closer.
Well, the picture of this watermelon just didn't even look like a watermelon.
No.
I mean, it just looked like, I don't know, like a fake watermelon, I reckon. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get down to the bottom of the hour.
All right.
And we'll do our goodies there. It's just about time. Anyway, lines are open at 434-394-0924 on this Friday, beautiful Friday morning. And we've got our weather forecast coming up for you. It is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we have a beautiful end of the week and into the weekend for the weather forecast. It's just calling for lots of sunshine today with a high of 82 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 55. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 85. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low of 59. On Sunday, sunny with a high near 87. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 62. Monday, mostly sunny, a high near 91. We're getting back into the 90s here. For Monday night, partly cloudy with a low around 68. And for Tuesday of next week, mostly sunny with a high near 90 degrees. Taking a look at your stats outside, our humidity is at 83%. Our winds coming in from the southeast at around, 2 miles per hour, gusting to around 6 miles per hour. So they're relatively light. And we have a steady barometer right now at 30.32 inches. Our current temperature under lots of sunshine is at 60 degrees. I believe we had a low around 54 this morning. That's your weather forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. All right, we've got our birthday calendar coming up for you, and it's a 3-day calendar this time around. It seems like we just did that, John.
Yeah, we did, just like 3 days
week.
ago, it seems like.
Anyway, let's tell you that it's the birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
We've got our jazzy birthday music today.
Yeah, we do.
All right, that's your cue, John. So
Okay.
take it away.
You can bring it down a little bit.
Sorry, I'm gradually
Tickling the ivory
down,
there.
yes.
All right, birthdays. We'll start off with today, since that makes sense. That today comes before the rest of them, so we'll do that one first. For today, what is it? Friday, 23rd, Dominic Jenkins. And that's all we have for today. But we
really?
Yeah, but we make up for it for the next 2 days.
Okay.
Okay. But Dominic is the only one we have for today. And for tomorrow, Saturday the 24th, Michelle Cook, Kayla Womack, Norman Taylor Jr., David McCraw, Brittany Bishop, Bill Good, Brandon Hughes, and Bethany Rothwell, all having birthdays on Saturday, tomorrow the 24th. Then Sunday on the 25th, celebrating birthdays, Parker Taylor, Lynn Tashawn Franklin, Aubrey McMillan, and then we have two anniversary couples. They are Bubba and Norma Spencer, Parker and Brett Taylor. And that is what we've got. That's all we've got. But that's what we've got.
That's all you got.
That's all I've got.
You sure?
Unless somebody wants to add on to it. 434-394-0924. Otherwise, send the names, birthdays, anniversaries to birthdays at WFLO.net.
Okie dokie. And for the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson PC on Main Street in Farmville. Okay. Now let's finish up here.
It sounds like he's wrapping it up.
Yes, he is.
Bring the candle to Mother, George.
All right. Lines are open at 434-394-0924. And we are working on your Friday. And it's what a beautiful day. Mm-hmm. I want to spend every single minute outside today. I've been wanting to spend every minute outside. But the mosquitoes and I don't know what else.
Are the mosquitoes still kicking around?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
I don't stay out long enough to
and I don't
have
like
them
to.
bother
I don't
me.
like to put bug spray on, because then I have to go in and wipe it back all off again.
Oh, really?
and all that
Once
stuff.
it's
I'm
on,
lazy.
it's on for me. We don't do any of that nonsense.
But anyway, yeah, they're still buzzing around.
I figure if
All
I
right.
leave the soap on, I might as well leave that on too.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm seeing this picture and I'm thinking of Iggy. Look at this picture here.
Yeah. He's on the roof.
This is another UPI story. Firefighters rescue dog from roof of a California home. Firefighters responded to a California home where a dog climbed out through a second-story window and became stranded on the roof. My thing is, I don't know if they refer to these up here or those down there, because I would think a dog would know that's where he came from and would go back.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he
Do
was
you think
still...
Iggy would find her way back? Or do you think Iggy would be stuck on the roof like this dog?
No, Iggy would probably find a way back.
That's what I would think.
If anything, she would probably jump
Off the roof?
off the roof. Yeah. She likes to jump.
Okay.
But, yeah. That was interesting.
Hey, well.
Well, guess who is 92 today? And looks
George
really
Clooney. No, I'm just
fantastic. Actress Barbara Eden.
Barbara Eden. Jeannie. I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie. Looks like she's had some work done. But
Before she ever
92
had any work done, and back in her day, she was a very, very nice-looking woman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I Dream of Jeannie.
She's in that classic Andy Griffith episode where she comes riding into town and comes off the bus, and the boys, the guys in the barbershop, see her getting off the boarding off the bus, and all of them are just...
Like their jaws are dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Andy goes, "That's definitely a boy." Definitely not a boy. I'm sorry.
Definitely not a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, another rocker Rick Springfield.
Oh, how old's Rock? Rick
Rock is
Springfield.
70.
Rock Springfield.
Did I say that?
No. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, no, Rick Springfield.
Okay.
Turned 74 today.
I thought you were going to say The Rock was turning something.
Oh,
But Rick Springfield, Jesse's girl, is 70. What?
he is 74.
74.
He became a U.S. citizen in 2006.
Is he from Canada?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a Canuck.
Canuck.
Or was.
Actor Jay Mohr, M-O-H-R, turns 53 today. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really look familiar to me. Actor Ray Park turns 49.
Okay. Not Ray Parker Jr.
No,
But Ray
it's Ray Park.
Okay.
He is originally from Glasgow, Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Actor Scott Conn
Would
turns
be James Caan's son, I believe.
46. His mother was also an actor. Joan Froggatt turns 43.
Ribbit.
She voices the character Wendy in the animated show Bob the Builder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bob the Builder.
Actress Vera Miles,
Ah,
93.
Vera Miles back in the day was a nice-looking lady, too.
Yes, yeah, she was.
She was the reason that Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne, let's just say, they were fighting over her, basically, in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
I remember. I remember the movie, and I just saw
Vera
it recently.
Vera Miles would have been Allie. So when John Wayne, you look awful pretty when you get upset or mad or whatever he says and all that. So in the movie, you're led to believe that her and John Wayne are going to maybe get married and all this sort of stuff. And then Jimmy Stewart, the out-of-town lawyer guy, she falls for him, chooses him. But at the end of the movie, if you watch the look on her face as they're taking the train out of town, it looks like she might have wished she had gone
Made
with
a
Wayne.
mistake, yeah.
Maybe.
I would have gone. I'd have gone for John. Yeah,
John Wayne? Yeah.
most definitely.
But anyway, yeah, she was in some Hitchcock films. And, she very nice-looking woman back in her day.
Well, she is 93 today. Actor Richard Saunders of WKRP in Cincinnati.
I'm trying to remember which one did he play?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did he have a picture?
No. He's 83 today.
I don't remember.
Country singer Rex Allen Jr. is 76. Actor David Robb of Downton Abbey is 76 today. Singer Linda Thompson is 76. Actor Shelley Long, 74. Fiddler singer Woody Paul of Riders in the Sky, is 74. Actor producer Mark Hudson of the Hudson Brothers, 72.
This was a Mark Hudson production.
That's right.
I think I've seen that name before at the end of some shows or something.
Actor Skip Suduth or Seduth.
Or Skip to My Lou.
Yeah. Skip to my Seduth.
All right.
Of The Good Wife, 67 today. Guitarist Dean DeLeo of Stone Temple Pilots is 62. Singer bassist Ira Dean of Trick Pony is 54. Singer Julian Casablancas of The Strokes is 45. Let's see. Saxophonist Andy Wilde of Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. The Night Sweats.
Night what? Sweet Sweat what?
I was getting ahead of myself. Anyway, it's called they're the Night Sweats.
Okay.
Is 42, and let's see, actor Annie Ianza of Chicago Fire is 40. Musician Sky Blue of LMFAO is 37. And actor Kimberly Matula of The Bold and the Beautiful is 35 today.
Is that still on?
Oh, yeah.
The Bold and the Beautiful is still
The Bold
on?
and the Beautiful,
Wow.
yep.
Interesting. So
That one's still on.
they still have they still have not all my children, the other CBS one, Young and the Restless. Is that still going?
Yes, that's still going as well.
Okay.
Yep.
I think are they the only network that still is running any kind of soap? CBS.
Yeah, Channel 6, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't-
ABC does, and NBC. I never remembered much. They used to have some way back when, but I think they were the first ones to get rid of them. NBC, and then ABC eventually did, and unless General Hospital may still be on, I don't know.
I have no idea. Maybe
I'm
somebody
too
out there
busy,
knows.
being here to notice these things.
Well, yeah, that's true. And, if I do tune in, if it's been a couple of years since, I've been really watching them on a regular basis or whatever, it's just like riding a horse or bicycle. You know, you take a couple of episodes and you get familiar with the characters.
You know what's funny
again.
about those shows? If you've been on it long enough, you've been with everybody else in the cast by a certain point.
Oh yeah,
The
relationships
wheel
yeah.
goes round and round. Eventually, you find your way back.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we are 8:42 is our time, and still no calls today.
That's okay.
So we'll just keep on keeping on, right?
Keep on keeping on.
Okay, I've got some interesting facts
Okay.
for everybody here, and it's they're interesting. But I'm not going to go into detail on any of them.
All right.
Australia is wider than the moon, so that shows you how either small the moon is or how big Australia is. One or
Right.
the other. Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise. The rest of them spin counterclockwise.
Venus, if you will.
Let's see. Allodonoxophobia. Got it? Allodonoxophobia
Yeah.
is the fear of other people's opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves.
Interesting.
Competitive art used to be an
So you
Olympic.
get your one set and that's it.
That's it. You can, yeah. Well, actually, you get two sets.
Well, I meant that are permanent.
Right. You
Right.
get your, the temporary ones and then the permanent ones. First person processed at Ellis Island was a 15-year-old girl from Ireland.
Wow.
Let's see. Lemons float, but limes don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try that experiment at home.
Okay, tell us how it goes.
I will. Let's see. It would take 19 minutes to fall to the center of the earth.
19 minutes, eh?
19 minutes.
Okay.
The real name for a hashtag is an octothorpe. I like hashtag better. Neil Armstrong's hair was sold in 2004 for $3,000.
The whole thing?
I don't know. The longest English word is 189,819 letters long. How would you like to pronounce that one? It would take you an hour to pronounce it or longer.
19 minutes, maybe like dropping to the center of the earth.
189,819 letters long.
So it's not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No, that's not even close.
No, it's not.
No. Let's see. The tiny pocket in jeans was designed to store pocket watches.
Yep, watch pocket.
People once ate arsenic to improve their skin.
And then died suddenly.
Yeah.
My skin looks bad. But
Okay.
at least they died with a good complexion.
Yeah. Did you know that the movie The Terminator, that the script for that was sold for $1?
It was a very cheap movie, and I made it into this blockbuster. I'll do another one for you on that. Do you
Okay.
know that they were thinking of maybe casting O.J. Simpson, but the reason they chose against it was they didn't think anyone would buy the fact that he'd be this vicious killer?
That's not an oxymoron, isn't it? I didn't know that.
But I did. No, I'm just kidding. And they wanted Arnold to be the good guy in that. He was the one that said, no, let me be the bad guy. Or let me do it like Arnold. No, I want to be the bad guy. And they let him be the bad guy. And there you go. The rest is history. They're still making those movies. I think they finally stopped making them with him anyway. But they made like way more than they should have. But I like the original. I do. I like the first one.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. The first commercial passenger flight lasted 23 minutes. And the quickest commercial flight in the world is in Scotland. So,
Okay, bring it down.
yeah, bring her down quick.
Yeah. That's fine enough.
All right, let's see. There were active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive. Active volcanoes. I always wonder, and I think that I've
Who's around
told.
to notice all this stuff?
I've probably put this question that I have in my mind on the air before.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it that all the planets and the moons are round?
Round. Why
Yeah.
are they round?
Yeah.
Good living?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's very interesting to me. The sun is round, orbital, or
Some
an
people
orb.
might disagree with you about the Earth, though. Some people,
Well, I know. Back when they thought it was flat.
Some people still think that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Some people still think that. Some people think we never really landed on the moon.
I have my doubts about that as well.
Oh, you do? You're one of those. Okay. Interesting.
But, who knows?
So that Neil Armstrong hair to you would be worthless.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
He landed in the studio and not on the moon is what you're saying. Okay.
Let's see here. The Pope cannot be an organ donor. Okay. The world's longest concert lasted 453 hours.
It's a Bruce Springsteen concert I'm willing to wager. He's known for going long.
Long time. It's impossible to hum while you're holding your nose.
That's been proven wrong now.
Yes, it certainly has.
What else do you want me to do?
Well,
I can't
let's
land
see
on
if
the
there's
moon for
anything
you.
else here. All mammals get goosebumps.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have all the mammals here with us today.
Let's see. Did you know that McDonald's once made bubblegum flavored broccoli?
No. Okay. Was that so the kids would eat it?
Probably.
Okay.
I can imagine bubblegum flavored broccoli. Yeah,
I don't want to even know how they made that.
I know.
Chew a while and spit it in there, and then just mix it all up.
Did you know that the longest time someone has spent holding their breath underwater is 24 minutes and 37 seconds?
That's a long time.
That is a long time. Wow. It could have been one of those divers over there,
Yeah, maybe so.
South Seas or whatever. Avocados are actually fruits, not vegetables. Just like a tomato.
Right.
Tomato is not a vegetable, it's a fruit.
Nasty tasting fruit, but yes, a fruit.
Let's see. I didn't know this. NFL Super Bowl referees also get Super Bowl rings.
I think it sounds sort of familiar. That maybe I've heard that before, but I'd forgotten about it.
All right. Did you know that the letter Q doesn't appear in any American state's name?
Not even. Yeah, you're right. I guess it hasn't. Yeah.
Walt Disney currently holds the most Academy Awards at a lifetime total of 26. Now, this is another thing that I can't understand. The average cloud weighs over 1 million pounds, and it still floats up there.
Interesting.
Average cloud. Of course, that may be one that's full of, water or something like that.
They retain their water for some reason,
Yeah,
unless they
thank
let
goodness.
go of it.
That would be a cloudburst.
Right.
Right. I just don't understand that. It bogs my mind. Wearing a necktie could reduce blood flow to your brain by up to 7.5%.
Hence why you'll never see me wear one again.
Yes. Francis always said a tie was the noose of society.
Yeah. I agree with that statement.
But he still looked great in one when he had to wear one.
Right.
Let's see. Finland has ranked as the happiest country in the world for 7 years straight. Your brain alone burns around 400 to 500 calories each day.
Not mine.
Well, are you more or less? More, probably.
No,
right?
I mean less.
No.
Doesn't burn that much.
Approximately 10% of people are left-handed.
10%.
Now, I'm ambidextrous.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. I started off left-handed, but my mother decided that she didn't want me to be left-handed. So
You know what those people are like.
crazy. So yeah, so I had to learn to be, to do things with my right hand as well. But I still have a tendency to do everything with my left hand. Mm-hmm. My son is left-handed as well.
Okay.
Your heart beats an average of 100,000 times per day. Mm-hmm. It's in great shape, usually. Oh, the first animals to travel to outer space were fruit flies. I had those in my kitchen.
Well, it was probably from the Tang and all that good stuff they had in the ship.
Evidently. Yeah. Let's see. Snakes, I know you know this, that snakes smell with their tongue, of course. Did you know that a chicken once lived for 18 months without its head? I think I've given you that one
The
before.
headless chicken.
The headless chicken. Let's see. Did you know that platypuses, you know what a platypus is?
Yeah.
Duck-billed platypus.
Yeah. Crazy looking
Yeah,
animal.
they sweat milk.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, it
I think
is.
that's funny. Let's see. Russia has 11 time zones. Mm-hmm. And bees can fly higher than Mount Everest. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. President Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena.
I bet he did.
Interesting. This is just interesting stuff. Oh, the Hollywood sign used to say Hollywood Land.
Which I didn't realize when I was younger until I actually saw pictures or footage of what it actually looked like.
Yep. Well, peanuts aren't a type of nut.
What are they?
They're actually legumes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see. The tongue of a blue whale, okay,
Mm-hmm. You're right.
can weigh as much as an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
What is the national animal of Scotland?
I don't know.
The unicorn.
Oh, I thought you meant an actual
I know.
animal. I'm sorry.
But you don't believe in unicorns?
If you don't believe that we landed on space, can I not believe in unicorns?
Of course.
Okay.
Did you know that shrimps' hearts are located in their heads?
So they couldn't live without their head, unlike the chicken.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Going back to the unicorn thing, do you remember when Barnum and Bailey tried to pass off this thing where they were going to have a unicorn in their circus? This has been some time ago. And I was thinking that they would just put some horn on a horse, white horse or something. They ended up using something completely different. I don't know if it was a goat. I don't remember what they used, but whatever they used, it just didn't look right. It was like a goat with a horn on its head or something like that.
Oh, really?
Something like that. I don't remember if it was a goat, but it was something other than a horse. It wasn't something cool looking like a horse.
I know.
Like in most movies where you see something that's supposed to be like a unicorn, they usually use a horse. And just
Right. I always remember the legend with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise,
Yeah. With the unicorns. They did such a great job with that movie.
That movie, I tell you, was it Tim Curry, I think, is the guy that plays the demon. Mm-hmm. Man, I tell you what, if you could get a visual, when I was a kid, I thought that was a perfect visual of what Satan might have looked like as a kid. You know, when you don't think that much about but so much about that. But as a visual, I was like, man, I wonder if that's what Satan looked like. His horns on his head were humongous.
Yes, they were.
You don't even recognize that that's Tim Curry under all that makeup. They did a real good job on that.
Yeah, they did.
For even back, that was like 80-something. I don't remember what year that movie, but it was in the 80s. I do remember that.
Yeah, well, it's one of my favorites, go-tos for, if I want to watch something that's sort of, not science fiction, but
Fantasy.
fantasy. Yeah, fantasy. All right, the time is 8:57, and we are just about ready to close up shop,
Wrap
but we
it
still
up.
have time for somebody to call in and say hi. How are you? Have a good weekend. All that good stuff. But I don't think that's going to happen.
By the time I look at making sure, I see the thing lighting up. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not
Well,
that
I
it's
just-
ringing, but it looks like.
Yeah, well, then now I cut it off.
Oh,
so.
okay.
So anyway, but I have time to do a couple more of these interesting facts,
Okay.
if that's what you want.
Sure.
Let's see. Ants don't have lungs. Guess that's why they can burrow into the ground and do all that. There's a planet made almost entirely of diamonds.
And what planet would that be?
They don't say.
Oh.
You have to look that one up, I guess.
There's a planet made of entirely nothing but donuts. What is that planet? I
I
mean,
don't know, but I bet you would like that one, though.
nah, not really. Donuts are okay, but
No, not interested?
no. But I was just being, saying something like that. Just,
Facetious.
there's somewhere where there's a planet full of diamonds. Yeah, maybe so.
Sea otters, they're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
They sleep while holding hands.
That's good.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Do
Dogs-
sea otters have hands?
Do what?
Sea otters have hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dogs sweat through their paws.
But not milk. Like the
No.
duck-billed platypus.
No. Dogs sweat through their paws.
Their
I thought
paws.
they'd sweat through their tongues.
That's what I used to think, too.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, we're out of here.
All
We've got
right.
news coming up. I'm going to stick around, play some music for us on this Friday. Everybody have a great day and a beautiful weekend as well.